Housing grants. They may seem like a good idea in theory, but our resident economist Saul Eslake says they're doing more harm than good. So Saul joins me now. Saul, good morning.
Good morning.
And now tell us, what impact are these housing grants actually having?
Well, they have had the effect of bringing forward from future years demand for housing that now has been expressed by people signing contracts during the pandemic recession and subsequently. So to that extent, it has provided a short-term stimulus to the home building industry at a time when, during the depths of last year's recession, it was thought that it would be needed. And you might recall that about 14 months ago, it was widely believed that house prices were going to fall a lot. I think all of the chief economists of the big banks, and I used to be one of those 15 years ago, said that house prices would fall by between 10 and 20%. If memory serves me correctly, the head of the Commonwealth Bank thought a worst-case scenario might have entailed house prices falling by 40%. Now, none of that came to pass, of course, and we now find ourselves in a position where the building industry is actually stretched and builders are finding difficulty getting skilled tradespeople and particularly imported things that people want to have in their new houses. But there's a long history of this, which I say goes back to 1964, when Sir Robert Menzies introduced the first of these schemes. It was called a Home Savings Grant. And interestingly, he did that at the urging of John Howard, who in 1963 had been the president of the New South Wales Young Liberals and was apparently able to persuade Sir Robert Menzies to offer a first home savings grant at the 1963 election, which Menzies won, having only just scraped in by one seat at the previous election in 1961, so it was presumably a popular policy.